Obaseki starved my palace of funds for 7 months. We survived without support. Oba of Benin. Welcome, country people, to Synod Media. I beg, if they join us for the first time and you don't deal with us, but you never subscribe, what till you they wait for? Make you do so now. Make you put on your notification button. It will give you a lot of our updates. Make you like, comment, and share our videos. The Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty, Omonoba Nedo Akpolokpolo Ewarwe II, he don reveal, say the Edo State government, under the administration of Godwin Obaseki, in withhold the palace statutory funds for 7 months. He dey talk this revelation where they address journalists during a media parley when they hold for the palace for Benin on Friday. The revered traditional ruler, he expressed concern, say the palace then subject am to a reduction in funds, and they can later stop the funds when they come to the palace. He said during the period, the palace can reportedly take on the full responsibility of staff salaries and maintenance. According to the monarch, he said a deliberate attempt to undermine the authority of the Benin throne. Oba Eware state am like that. He said, but God and him ancestors not allow such efforts to succeed. The Oba can talk, say efforts dey to weaken the palace authority. He say, and he not dey new. He recall how his grandfather he faced similar issues during his reign. He said, despite close ties with a military leader, a sacred ground near the palace, they turn am into a residential building. The Oba can say, although now the current state government, when it is led by Governor Monday Okpewolo, he don restore the full statutory entitlement to the palace, and also he dey respect the traditional institution. He can commend the federal government role to facilitate the return of looted Benin artifacts. He can say in the urge all Edo people make they support this administration to ensure say it deliver on in campaign promises. For the meeting, the chairman of Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ Edo State, Dr. Festus Alenke, he did it. He can praise the monarch for his guidance and support to journalists for the state. According to a review and report by this day newspaper, former Governor Obaseki, he do everything to drag the highly revered monarch, His Imperial Majesty, Omanoba Nedo Akpolokpolo Ewarwe II, Oba of Benin, into the murky waters of Nigerian politics without success. The paper say the red ink on the inauguration papers never dry when he start wetin look like stealing by trick on the issue of the repatriation of the Benin artifacts. He say for 2021, when the then Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, he announced the expected repatriation of stolen Benin artifacts from Germany and the United Kingdom after the successful negotiations between both governments and representatives of the Benin Palace. He said Oba Eware II can proclaim, say the dreams and designs of a Benin Royal Museum opposite the palace by his father, Oba Eriodawa of blessed memory, with Governor Obaseki for agreement. He said, but despite that, Governor Obaseki then secretly registered Legacy Restoration Trust with a non-indigenous as chairman of his board of trustees to, among others, coordinate the return and supervise the use of the repatriated Benin artifacts at a different location determined and being built by Obaseki as Edo Museum of West African Arts, EMOA. This is the former site of the Benin Central Hospital when they demolished. Oba Ewarwe II can show in disagreement at waiting the governor then they do to usurp the power of the palace. He say he not be party to that concept. Now at that point, the governor can seal off the Oba Kinswa Cultural Center when the Oba they propose to temporarily warehouse the Benin artifacts before the completion of the Benin Royal Museum. The center now in a shadow of itself. Obaseki can't scale up the wall. He can't instruct the Ministry of Lands not to approve any design for the Benin Royal Museum or any other such building for the proposed site of the Benin Royal Museum. In war with the palace, he can't fight them on multi-dimensional front. The report can say he can start to promote divide and rule system of administration to whittle down the powers of Oba Ewarwe II, the Oba of Benin. So Obaseki can meet with selected enigies for Edo South for Government House, and I want Professor Greg Akinswa, the Enoge of Ebwa Banosa and Abudu, make them agree on the mode of the implementation of the 1979 Edict, Traditional Rulers and Chieftaincy Law. So by the interpretation of Obaseki and Akinswa, the law grants Enige independence from the Oba of Benin in the 7 local government areas of Edo South. The allocation to Enige, either though when they lay tied to the palace of the Oba of Benin, say they will withdraw from the Oba and pay directly to them by the state government. Obaseki can take him upon himself to grant financial autonomy to the Enige, one action when he did both legislative and executive. The Tory say Obaseki not stop for there. He can proceed to brainwash the Enige, say they dey under the state government and not the Oba of Benin. So now only the state government go fit discipline, enthrone, and dethrone them. This one can embolden the Eniges. Outraged by the behavior of the Enige, Oba Ewarwe II can reprimand Professor Akinswa and Edewonyi Idwoze, the Enige of Ebwa Banosa and Egbain respectively. He can suspend the two of them. But they can't drag the Oba go court because he suspend them. And they argue, saying only the governor go fit suspend them. And this, for the Beninese, na outrage, na sacrilege. This one can make one kind traditional storm come burst for Benin. Benin sons and daughters for home and abroad, they can stand behind the monarch. They dey solidly against the idea to balkanize the Benin kingdom for Obaseki personal interest. Now at that point, now former governor Godwin Obaseki and in co-travelers can realize, see they don't embark on the path of self-destruct. For their panic, according to the report, they can quickly embark to the lie from the pit of hell. They say they not get any hand on their going to court. Say after all, Obaseki now also a defendant for the suit. Country people, now go see how the chronicle of how Obaseki tried to undermine, allegedly, the palace of the Oba of Benin. And now the Oba can talk this one for the press briefing when he hold with journalists for his palace. And he did grateful. Say the current governor, Monday Okpewolo, he does restore everything back to the palace. Na make am dey call on Benin and Edo indigenes make they support the administration.